What do vegans and cats have in common? Both crave a crazy ingredient called nutritional yeast. Now, until I became a vegan, I never heard of nutritional yeast, and once I did, it sounded disgusting. First of all, the word nutritional is usually the consolation prize for something that tastes bad, right? And yeast? Who in their right mind eats straight yeast? Even worse, I'd sometimes hear people refer to it as nooch. Nooch? That's offensive. If some guy came up to me and said, "Hey, give me some nooch," I'd smack him upside the head. Still, I did some research and I learned that nutritional yeast is not only good for you, but it tastes great too. And it's a great substitute for Parmesan cheese. Of course, vegans don't eat cheese. They don't eat any animal product or byproduct for that matter. So anything that substitutes for Parmesan cheese, we are all on that. Some people like it so much, they eat it straight by the spoonful. And cats crave it like catnip. So what exactly is nutritional yeast? How do you use it? And where do you find it? First of all, nutritional yeast looks like this. See the flakes? It's a deactivated form of yeast. It's been killed by heat. It's zapped. It's kaput. It's dead. It doesn't do anything. So it's very different from baker's yeast. You know how when you put baker's yeast in a bowl of warm water and sugar, look how it's overflowing. You put in a bowl of warm water and sugar and it gets all happy and hyper and frothy like a kid on Captain Crunch. Well, nutritional yeast doesn't do that at all, and I'll show you. Oh, my hands are so messy. Here we have nutritional yeast in a bowl of warm water and sugar. Nothing happened. To try to make it happy, I even threw in some Smarties candies from last Halloween. Still, nothing. Well, despite the unresponsiveness of nutritional yeast, it actually does a lot of great things for your body. First of all, it's a complete protein. Also, it's a great source of fiber, folic acid, selenium, zinc, and the B vitamins. It's low fat. It's gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free. It's kosher. It's so good that when your kids eat it, they'll make honor roll. As for the taste, nutritional yeast has a nutty, cheesy flavor. So just use it just like you would Parmesan cheese. So sprinkle it on your pasta or your popcorn. Add it to your bean dishes or casseroles. Stir it in with your mashed potatoes. It really will behave a lot like Parmesan cheese, except it won't melt. So but it will get nice and wet if you add it to something kind of wet. It's also extremely versatile, and you'll find it as the key ingredient in tofu scramble as well as vegan cheese sauces, which I think is really good how many things it can do, because honestly, I think nutritional yeast looks like the stuff you find at the bottom of a hamster cage. So where do you find nutritional yeast? You can find it at almost any health food store. It's usually stored in the bins with the dry ingredients where you scoop stuff out. Some places sell it in canisters. At my local food co-op, you'll find it in plastic bags in the refrigerated section. If you're not sure, just ask. Finally, nutritional yeast will keep for about a year in a cool, dry place like your pantry. Of course, if you have a cat, be sure to keep it out of paw's reach if you want that nooch all to yourself. Thanks so much for visiting Brooke's Vegan Kitchen.